Welcome to my channel, The Moon Vizier, a two-part video series where we first understand the moon transits between each cycle of new and full moons, and then in the extended we revive Islamic astrology based on the positions of the moon under the deepest fixed stars above, which we call mansions of the moon, to derive specific surgical precision guidance for all 12 signs. As the saying goes, as above, so below. For the first video here, you will see astrological charts as the moon progresses over 2 weeks. On the right, you will see the tarot cards which represent the position of the stars, so no need to ask any spirits when the zodiac tarot wheel is already mapped out for us. What I love about this stuff is that it's just mathematics and art coming together to tell a story. One more thing, I won't reach out to anyone on social media, so please watch out for scammers. The faster wandering stars, or Mars, Venus, Mercury, events related to our action, desires and communication, will transition with the moon our feelings and face off with or be challenged by the heavier wandering stars like Jupiter, Uranus, Neptune, Pluto, that will remain in these new moon positions as they are slow to move. The slower stars are lined up at the bottom, and this gives us an outline of a painting. Faster ones above, like ink flying past and making connections, they will fill in the colour so the picture will become clearer. To get the bigger picture, we start with the new moon in Libra, with a solar eclipse on the North Node, which is basically a full moon on steroids and deals with our destined path. It's an emotional release in Taurus, in the middle decan, which means giving and receiving. What are we giving and receiving? The moon is conjunct Jupiter, so both moon and Jupiter are about giving and receiving. Jupiter is enhancing this energy significantly within our psyche and our mind. So we're very emotional about this energy. Jupiter was earlier at the Four of Coins, where we were holding on to our money, and our challenge was to be charitable. But now Jupiter is at the Six of Coins, so we are giving out of what we have recently received. Countries will be sending aid to. The sun will be weaker at a full moon, so the sun is at Scorpio. The Five of Cups, that deep loss energy we were in for the past 2 weeks, thanks to what's been going on, is being overcome with our charitable nature. So I analysed the charts 2 months ago when I wrote all this out. Something might be going on in the world that makes us feel charitable. Well, now we know what it is that's going on in the world. The complete insanity in the Middle East, and of course the charity and so much more that is needed in at least Gaza. The moon is also positively linked to Venus, how we give and receive love. So Venus is at this position now of the Nine of Coins in Virgo. Big abundance is here, so we are feeling joyful and in more of a giving energy. Jupiter is challenged by Mars and Mercury, which are together in Scorpio, triggering the Six of Cups. This is a card where we go back down memory lane. This card is the feeling of regret, nostalgia, memories that were good, but hurt because we don't have those people anymore in our lives. But the message is to reconnect with whoever we can, to keep that lively child alive within us. So with Mercury there, may be a communication from the past, from an old kindred that brings about this feeling, or issues that are related to the past which we must overcome. Let's look at the challenge Venus is facing, and then we will turn our attention to the Sun. Venus, the Nine of Coins, abundance, is close to Lilith, the dark secrets. dark secrets of how we make our money or someone important in our lives, facing off and triggering Neptune in Pisces, the Ten of Cups. So what we want in life to make the Ten of Cups a reality is our abundance. For some reason, it's not so ethical, or someone who we are communicating with in a romantic way has some dark Lilith secrets about their current situation, which makes the Ten of Cups a reality of a big happy family a challenge. The Sun is almost square to Pluto. And remember, the Sun is weak. So the Five of Cups, that feeling of loss, is related to our treasure box, our hoarding of our money. So we are losing or we are giving, and also receiving or winning. This could be a trade, a transaction, a marriage, but less likely a contract because the air houses are pretty vacant. It may be related to a marriage, but not the instant end of one. And with the Sun conjunct Mars in Scorpio, over the next 2.5 years, this conjunction means there's energy of war, which is initiated. Prolonged war is here in the Middle East, although I call it genocide, not war. But war will come about as an agenda in the near future, which I will talk about in a separate video, and specifically about eclipses, and how they prophesize the coming of Imam Mahdi, the Antichrist, etc. Uranus is positive to Venus in an earthly house, Pluto in an earthly house, and Neptune is a water house. So Uranus is at the Seven of Coins position, having faith in our planted seeds, the long game, faith in a future harvest, and with Venus, we hope for a better relationship with someone. There could be a surprise breakthrough in a potential relationship with the Uranus energy. Rebelliousness there, which sees us planning a future with the Pluto Four of Coins, our money box and dreams, happy family. Finally, Saturn, the big boss, is still at 0 degrees Aquarius, and only involved in a good way with the Sun. But I say good, wait till you hear what the card says. The card is a Five of Swords. Think of it as thoughts. You can see the guy on the bridge there is looking back at himself in the mirror, almost as if the water is a mirror. A water could be talking about all the emotions that he had dealt with and had to think about, but he's no longer here, he's up here on the bridge. And the Five of Swords is also Aquarius. So Aquarius is always mental energy. This is about a failure in something, feeling like whatever happened was an unfair battle, that we were deceived. That's not so easy to deal with, especially if paired with the Five of Cups. That deep loss. Saturn, however, in this position of the Five of Swords, is transforming this experience to help us learn these lessons and be confident for the next time. Let's do the moonwalk. On the 30th of October, we have the midheaven and Uranus conjunct. That's the energy of the Seven of Coins, which means the faith is being tested quickly after the full moon. We are facing the pairing of Mars and Mercury, the Six of Cups, memory lane. We also have the Venus-Neptune face-off, and Dark Secrets Lilith now fully conjunct Venus. So Well, our test of faith is in overcoming this energy of disappointment in someone we held dreamy and dear. This could be because there is a new partnership on the horizon. Either we know of it already or we don't just yet. That depends on your sign. You can wait for the extended for the juicy parts. In case you haven't noticed, we have a grand trine, once again of the earthly houses, which also forms a kite. There is extraordinary energy for creative change in a materialistic sense. It affects our coins. Think of this kite as though the string is being pulled back in the direction of the trine corners. That's where we are, the big happy family. And our coins. Next, the stars are pointing this arrow in the middle red line at Venus and Lilith. So to get this transformational and creative change, we must confront our Lilith and Venus. On the 9th of November, before the new moon, Venus meets Libra in the Two of Swords, the Two of Thoughts. So let's reveal the new energy of Venus. This is a fork in the road where a decision needs to be made regarding our Venus, our love. What's pushing this energy is the face-off with Neptune, our Ten of Cups, big happy family. Which partner do we choose? There is one who may be deeply emotional with that link to Mercury in the water sign, and one who is deeply materialistic with that link to Pluto in the earth sign. The deeply emotional one might be communicating with us at this time, but has a karma attached to them with the square to Saturn, or this energy could just be forceful. Mars and Sun are pretty conjunct. I talked about its impact over the next 2.5 years already, but consider this a Dominic Toretto nitric oxide boost. Lots of fire and sparks, lots of fighting, war. But you can't speed if your car is in a deep flood, right? That's Scorpio. The card is the Six of Cups. Giving and receiving. Is it the Six of Cups? 1 second. So we want to give and receive in a relationship from someone we are. Let me put that just there. Someone we are probably choosing here, but because this configuration is challenged by both Jupiter in the first decan and Uranus in the second decan of Taurus, we have the Five of Coins and the Seven of Coins. Don't even have that here. Five of Coins. So we have Jupiter at the Five of Coins at this time, which is this right here. This energy right here. Now, looking at that card, it doesn't look so great, does it? It's pretty dark, with a girl wrapped up, trying to keep herself warm with a red fabric. In itself, the colour red just speaks volumes to me, as if there's this intense energy of war, blood, just horror. And even behind her, it's like there's a gate, but the doors are closed. And she's isolated, as if the coins we have are just not enough. So the Five of Coins is stress regarding finances, self-pity, and a type of victim mentality, looking at what others have versus what we have. And the Seven of Coins is having faith in the coming harvest. So maybe we gave somebody a chance, and they want to go slow with all this earthly energy out there, and that puts us back in a feeling of loss, emptiness, not being good enough. This could be because the timing is not right. There is one more aspect to highlight, and that is Mercury, which is facing off with Uranus. We know about Uranus plenty, the Seven of Coins, having the faith, but Mercury is now in the last decan of Scorpio, if you're getting the hang of this, of course, Scorpio being a water house is basically cups. Which one is 7 of Cups? Again, I thought I had this, but I obviously don't. I'm sure I've used it quite recently. How come it's not even here? 7 of Cups. Yep, I knew I had it. So 7 of Cups is, I'll put that just on top. And again, that's not exactly a great card either. So many choices and the fear of choosing the wrong option. You gotta have faith. I mean, if you look at the energy of all of these cards here, it's not very colourful except for the 10 of Cups and perhaps the abundance one at the back, but that's overshadowed by the decision we have to make. The feeling of loss, the feeling of being victimised, as well as having way too many choices regarding our money, and of course the betrayal that may have happened to us in the past. And hiding all behind this is the key. Maintaining faith. Because you won't choose wrong when you have faith. What are we all choosing? That's for the extended. I hope you join me there. For now, pray hard.